What's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing fantastically well today. Welcome to the show. Today, we are going to be talking about who is your team? Where is your team? And I'm here with the lovely Serena today. How you doing, Serena?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful, thanks. We're your team.
Yeah, who is your team? We're your team, right? Hey, there's no I in team, right? It's not I team. It's not team. It's not teamy. There's no I in team. You got to have a team. Who is your team? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Welcome to the call, everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastically. Welcome, Indran. Welcome, Mum. Welcome, Ida. Hope you're all doing fantastic. We're talking about who is your team today. For a lot of business owners, right, this has got to stop. This is really, really got to stop. There's a reason why there's no I in team, right? There's a reason why there's no I in team. It just sounds completely weird, right? You know, I'm just going to speak to my team, right? I'm just going to go speak to my teamie about it, right? It doesn't make sense at all, right? There's no I in team, guys. So for a lot of business owners, right, they're lone wolves. They're trying to work things out themselves. And I use the language of trying because that's the language that's being used. I am trying to grow my business. I am trying to get more leads. I'm trying to get more sales, right? I'm trying to do all this stuff. Then I'm trying to do the, operational support for my clients.
What about sometimes that you're very trying?
Pardon?
What about sometimes you're very trying?
Very trying? What, like
Dude.
I'm trying? Are you talking to me? Is that an attack? Are you right now? Oh.
You can be trying sometimes, but then I guess so can I.
Well, look, like it's like for a lot of people, right? Like these are the challenges, aren't they, Serena? It's like, everyone's doing everything that they possibly can to grow their business, right? And they've got several different things going. So it's like you've got your finances in the business and you're doing your best to be your accounts person. And then you're doing operational tasks, client delivery. Then you've got your marketing. Then you've got your sales and like doing all the sales and everything yourself. And then you're doing your best to automate things, right? And go through and automate things as well and work more on your business rather than in your business. Like everybody's using that terminology, it's like everyone's using this terminology of like, hey, I'm working on my business, not in it, but everybody is working in it. Large percentages of people are working in their businesses at the moment. They're not working on it. And this is why a team is so important, right? And why you must have some sort of team around you. The lone wolf can only go so far, unfortunately.
I think, Jarrod, a lot of people, when they sort of think about team, they're thinking that, I'm a solo businesspreneur, setting up, whether in startup or still growing or whatever. Especially now with what's happening, they don't have the funds to hire someone full time and set up a team. So I think a lot of people are struggling, working out how do I get everything done, if I can't afford to have a team. It's just too much outgoing cost.
Yeah, of course. I mean, for a lot of business owners, right, in very early stages, they're all doing their best to do everything by themselves, and they go, I've got a limited budget, all this type of stuff. However, they find themselves on this hamster wheel of still not getting anywhere any further forward, and just staying where they are because they're just working things on their own. And like, why is it that some startups or some business owners can just take humongous leaps forward really, really fast, even if they don't have the cash flow and they're all in the same situation, right? However, there's something different that some business owners are doing, which are taking massive leaps forward that others aren't. Like there's a massive proportion of people in the marketplace right now that have just been in the same place they have been for the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 12 months, whatever it is. Like we're talking years, months on end, just in the same spot. Then there's some that are literally going like this every month, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They're doing more. They're increasing their turnover. Why are they doing that? You got to ask yourself these questions. How can some people do this and others not? And a lot of it's all coming down to having the right people around you.
And that doesn't mean it has to be somebody like on your staff or in your office or anything like that. You know, there's multitude ways of how you can have the right people around you. And I think this is what a lot of people don't realize, how to actually get to that point. Instead of, like, as your mum said on there, and some people try to do it all themselves, which I think is where you and I used to be before.
Try, and that's the key word, try to do it themselves. But it's like trying to walk, okay? You don't just try to walk, you walk, or you don't walk. Like, you can't try to walk, you just walk. And
hey, try and take that pen off me.
I'm trying, but you know, oh wait, you didn't say grab the pen, right? Like, you said try to do it. So I'm trying to do it through the computer, and it's never going to work.
No.
Right? I got to change my strategy. No matter how often I try to get the pen off you, right, from Perth, no matter how much I try to do it, I'm still never going to do it. I got to change strategy. I got to jump on a freaking plane, go across to Bali, drive to your house with Andre, right, and walk into your house and grab the pen.
That's
and
right.
This is what a lot of business owners are doing, right? They're like, here, Serena, can you try to get my pen?
I got it.
Why is it changed in color though? Like, why is it's changed in color? You cheated. You know what I mean though, right? Like, we're really playing with it a lot now for a reason, because this is what a lot of people are doing. They're trying the same things over and over again, like trying to get the pen through the computer from someone. They're trying to do the same thing. They're not switching up their strategy. They're just keep on trying to do it, yet staying in the same spot. And what this is about is, like, you know, for a large percentage of people, where they're getting their information, and the information they're taking in around them right now could be good advice, could also not be good advice, right? So it can come from both avenues. And a lot of them are, you know, downloading one book after a next book, after another marketing book, learning another marketing book, you know, going and buying one course for like $40 or $50 or $30, then buying another one, then buying another one, then buying another one, then buying another one. And
not
then
even actually reading them or looking at half of them.
Not reading them, not going through them in depth. Large percentages of people, like, they pay $30, $40, $50 for like these courses, these digital courses or whatever, and never ever fucking open them. Like, they just don't do anything with it.
Sorry, Mum.
All of this information, she doesn't mind. She knows I swear. It's all good, right?
I know. It was just, you know.
But it's like it's so true, right? Like, so many people are just going from one course to the next and never really embedding themselves into something. And when you get 10 different pieces of information coming at you all at once, what happens, Serena?
Overwhelm. Definitely. You just sort of don't know what to do. Which direction do I go? I still don't have the knowledge that I need to have. I sort of got all this information to help me get that little bit advanced so I can create all this stuff happening. I mean, the main thing in business is everybody needs to get business coming into their business to create more business. And if they don't know how to do that and they spend all the time trying to do it, the whole focus of what they're doing is being lost because they can't focus on that, get what it means, or sometimes not understand, or even if they learn about it, they only get taught the bare essentials of what needs to be taught. And that's the thing with a lot of courses, you know, is to teach you the bare essentials so that you'll want more or need more to even get further, you know, and a lot of people fail because of that. So then they're left with, you know, I'm just in the same spot that I started in 10 months ago, a year ago, 3 months ago, or whatever. This happens for a lot of people. I've been there, done that. But the certificate to prove it.
Yeah, and when you say it's like because they get the wording is I got busy, right? Quote unquote busy. I got busy. I forgot about it. I didn't do it. I didn't go through the course. I got busy, right? You know, I tried to go through it. I tried to do it. You know, I've done that in the past. Didn't work for me. Or didn't work because didn't implement it. It's all this stuff, isn't it?
Stuff.
Right? Yeah, that's what it is. It's just stuff. It's just your stuff. You got to break through all of this to get something different, right? And it all comes back to the pen analogy that we gave, right? Like, Serena, try to take this off me right now. Like, just attempt. Try to do it. You can't, right? And it's the same for every single one of you that are on this live stream at the moment, right? None of you can get this pen. You can try to get the pen, but you're not going to get it because you got to switch your strategy.
I'll give you $1,000 if you can get that pen out of his hand.
Yeah, if you can get it out of here right now, I'll give you 10 grand, right? Like right now.
Right here, right now. Ain't gonna happen.
Move it. You're supposed to say right here, right now. Move it. Right? So so it's the same analogy. And like when it comes to lead generation, it's the same thing. Too many people are trying to get the pen through this live stream right now, right? When all they need to really do is change their strategy that they're currently doing to be able to get this pen, which is, hey, got to figure out where Jarrod lives, go to his house, pick up the pen, and right, change your strategy.
And
right?
get $10,000.
Exactly, right? But it's only available for this live stream, okay? So, so if you don't get in before the end of this live stream, you lose. Right? It's the opportunity missed.
Is anybody home in your house right now?
No, there's not. So this is the thing, right, guys? And this is what's really, really important. Like, you got to have team around you, and it's about ensuring that you're not getting 10 or 20 different pieces of information from 10 or 20 different people and downloading things and going across from one program to the next 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 and expecting a different result. All it does is just overwhelm you and you're just left in the same spot. And I know because I've been through a lot of this. Serena's been through a lot of this. And when it comes to business, you got to switch up your strategy. You got to do something different. And I mean, the doubt, the procrastination, the overwhelm that comes in as a result of all of this, and then just a distrust in the process. Is this really going to work for me? You got to get a team around you of people to be able to help you do this, right? And it's as simple as going, well, how can I get the funding together to get a team around me, right? Working out a way to be able to make it happen. Because what will happen is you'll find yourself 10 steps forward, right? By having extra people around you helping you. And a lot of the time, all it is you got to put everything aside and find out a way to make it happen. I mean, I've bought mentors with money I didn't even have, okay? And it's been worth 10 times more than I've ever than anything else that I've ever invested in. And the thing is, when our mindset is when we invest in things with someone, we embed all of everything we do into that one person. And we don't get any other information from anyone else because all that's going to do is cause the overwhelm, the doubt, the procrastinate, all this type of stuff, right? So you got to completely get rid of everything and go all in on something, right? And you got to have a team around you to do it, and you got to bring your team on board with the whole vision around it. And that's what it's about. So let's just take marketing, for example, right? Let's just take marketing, for example, because every single one of you follow us for lead generation strategy and all this type of stuff. So I want to make it valuable for you guys as well. Because there's a few things around marketing you must understand. And the reason why you want to have someone in your team that does specialize in this area. So you got to have people in your team. You got to know your own skills. And then you got to you got to have team members around you that specialize in other areas. So let's just take marketing, for example, right? So like going and bringing on a marketing consultant to be able to do all of this for you, right? Take care of your whole marketing strategy. And you sit down with this team and you go through these steps, simple as this. Number one is you got to look at your overarching goal as to what it is that you want to achieve for your business. And I sat down with Adam Reed, who's on this call today, right? And we had a chat with him yesterday around his strategy, his marketing, what he's wanting to achieve, where he's wanting to take his business, where he wants it to be in 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and even up to like 5 years time, like what he foresees there. Like he wants to go on holidays with his family. That's important, right? He wants to take Fridays off. He's working like flat out at the moment, right? The building industry is nuts, right? Building new homes and everything like that. It's crazy at the moment. And we looked ahead that far and where he wanted to take it, right? Which is really, really important when you're sitting down and you're going to discuss marketing strategies for the growth of your business and you're bringing people on board that specialize in this side of things, right? This is what you got to be thinking about. You got to be looking at what the goal is. Okay? Where do you want to go? Why are you going to bring on this marketing person is to get you to that goal. And, you know, ideally you want them to do it all for you. Isn't that right, Serena?
Yeah, there's different levels out there of marketing. I was thinking that when I was doing something a couple of years ago and I was increasing my SEO, and, you know, I think I went through 3 different people to try and work out that, you know, they all, and the different pricing in each one. And, you know, it still wasn't really increasing the way it should be, you know, 3 months and then 4 months. And I know SEO, you know, I think, well, hang on, something should be happening within a couple of months. So even, you know, when you do that, you've got to really work out that someone's going to be able to make things move for you, and you need to get that that visual happening for you reasonably quick before you start spending too money. So that's the thing that people will look at is, you know, okay, so even if I have this happening, how do I know I'm going to get someone who will do what works for me?
Exactly right. And it could be one of 2 things. It's like you take someone on to do it all for you if you're the type of person that goes, well, I still want to learn it, you just get them to do it with you as well, so you learn along the way, right? And it works like this. So it's like you got to have that big vision, you got to know where it is that your business goes, and you got to speak to your marketing guy about this, or woman, or whatever. And then it's about like, okay, cool, who are the most profitable clients that come to me? Right? Who are they? Right? So we're going to be marketing to get towards the end goal that you've set, the vision, the big wherever you want to go. Then, you know, that's the big end. Then it's going to, who is the most profitable people to get me to that target, right? So who's the person we're going to target through the marketing, right? So this is what you sit down with your marketing person and you do. You go through that whole strategy, that process that you've got to, of the people who you got to target as well. And you get someone to, like, if you want to get that done for you, that's what you do with that person, or you just get them to do it all for you. And that's what we do with our scale partners as well is, you know, they come in, they partner with us, we do all of their marketing for them, so then they can concentrate on what they're the best at, which will help them take massive leaps forward. And that's what it's about, right? Taking...
I have to cut in on that one too, Jarrod, sorry, because I like doing that to you.
Yeah,
but talking about that as well too, is the fact that the big thing I like about that, because maybe the done for you is not for a lot of people. Sometimes for me, it'd be like, well, hang on, it's great having someone professional to do the whole lot for you, and then you're all set up and ready to go. But, you know, what happens if something happens? You need to know how to do that. So what I love about it is the 300 Mastermind, you have everything already in video format. So, you know, and if someone just starts with that, sometimes that's a bit too much for them as well, because they have to spend the time trying to learn it. But to be able to have that there and know that you can go through at any stage and see how to do something, but then either getting the done with you, which is still the same thing, you go through a done with you, but it's just further down the track. So it's still, you know, you may forget all the done with you, so you have to refresh, or you've got something there to refresh you. And the done for you is great. Just go and do it, and please have it set up so it's running for me right here and now. I'm not having to wait 6 months for me to get it in my head. But if anything goes wrong, I still have my format there that I can go through, and I know how to fix it, change it, redo it again, or anything like that. That's what I love about the do-it-yourself, done with you and done for you. I just think that's just the ants pants. I love it. Absolutely.
And this is why it's so this is why team's important, right? Like what we're talking about, obviously bringing on your team, right? Like you got to have, like, you look at every successful business, right? Every corporation, they've got a team of people, right? They've got a marketing manager, they've got a sales manager, they've got an operations manager, they got or they might call it a director of sales, they've got a director of marketing, they've got a director of operations, right? They've got they got people there, they got a team, right? And you might say, like, I'm not a big corporation or anything like that. And that's okay. You don't have to be a big corporation. It's about putting the building blocks in place of a team around you that can do all of this for you. Okay. And it could be in the early stages that you just have somebody in who just does with you the process to start with, right? Or you have someone that, shows you digitally how to do it, or you have someone that just does it all for you in the early stages, or just sets everything up for you in the initial stages and then hands it across to you and you do it, right? This is why having a team is really important. And when you're learning from 10 or 15 different people on how to do all this, that's why you stay where you are. Like, if you're watching us, for example, and you like us, then you continue to follow us and you shut out everybody else. Now, if we're not the people for you, you shut us out and you just go to somebody else. That's okay. It's not going to hurt our feelings. We're already reaching thousands of people every single day anyway. So there's no hard feelings if we aren't your people, right? However, if there's just this one video right now that is going to make a difference to you, and is going to be the starting point for you to just make a decision finally that you're going to shut us out and you're going to go to someone else, that's all okay. No hard feelings. If this is just one video and one bit of value that you get from both myself and Serena that's going to help you guys really actually move forward now, we're completely cool with that. That's our job done. Add value. That's all we want to do. Whether you decide we are your people or not, that's you. You're the business owner. You must make your decisions. You're a big boy. You're a big girl now. You're a big woman. You're a big man now, right? You got to make decisions for your business. And this is a decision every single one of you have got to make, because if leads are the problem now, because we're just talking about this because this is what we do, of course, and that's what you guys follow us for. If, operations is your thing, then you do the operations, you get other people to do the sales, you get other people to do the marketing, right? However,
people know how to get to that point, though.
Exactly.
Originally, way back, when I was going through that whole process, and I'd say to you, we've got everything down pat, everything in place, getting the leads. What about the bloody sales? Don't have a clue what to do or anything like that. To me, that's almost like a block in your dream.
It is, right? And sales is the air. We need air to survive as human beings, and sales is the air to survive in business. So it's very relatable, okay? But what I'm saying is, like, and Serena, I know you're like all over this as well, right? It's like, people have just got to make a decision and cut out everything and embed themselves into something to move themselves forward.
Instead of being stuck.
Exactly, right? Stuck, procrastination, doubt.
Or running around like chooks without a head on.
Yeah, running around like a chook with your head chopped off, right? That's exactly what it's like. It's like, you've got a box of rabbits, right? You got a box covering 10 rabbits at the moment, right? Those 10 people are 10 different marketing people you're following and getting 10 bits of different advice from. You pick up the box, the rabbits go in 10 different directions, And now you got to try and catch all 10 rabbits at the same time. No wonder a lot of you are pulling your hair out and going bald.
We'll call the rabbit lady in.
We will call the rabbit lady in, the rabbit police. My mum's got rats in her house, or mice in her house at the moment. Apparently 50 of them and so on. So, right, it's going to be like trying to catch 50 mice, pulling your hair out, okay? So there's got to be a decision there. So it's like coming back to it, right? So you need your team to be on board with the bigger vision. You need them to be on board with the target of the clients that we need to hit that vision. You need somebody in there. You need someone to work on your strategy. What is going to be your offer? What is the strategy? It's not like all the BS you hear online, like you're only one funnel away, dude. And people have got 10 different funnels, built out 10 different funnels. Like, you're one funnel away, I just build another funnel. And they're forever building funnels. You just need one freaking funnel. When people say you're one funnel away, it's like you're strategizing on one funnel, one offer, one strategy, one time. You're focusing on that one thing. There's a book that will be valuable for all of you. It's called The One Thing.
Is that written by Jarrod Harman?
I wish it was, right? Because this is like, people just need hard talk, real fucking talk, to get themselves out of all the BS, right, that they're seeing online at the moment of you're like one funnel away, man, and they're building 10 different funnels. Or some people don't even get to it because they go, you know, what's my strategy? What's my offer? Is this okay? Is that okay? And they're learning from 10 different people, right? Trying to catch 10 different rabbits, then they're one funnel away and they keep building one more funnel.
So you just touched on one thing then, Jarrod, which, you know, when I sort of finally made sense. And so I've always been saying a business needs leads to keep growing. So that's sort of fairly easy. But I think when I look at businesses running around trying to work out what is it, who am I, what do I want, what am I doing, what am I selling, especially for startups and stuff like that, you just need one thing. So that one thing relates is you just need a product. You need a product to offer to your customer. Now, most of the time, especially because it's all online now, and as people are actually coming online, I think you were talking about it the other day with one of our clients, they've gone on hold because of what's happening with the, you know, in Melbourne with the, I'm just putting this on, you know, to protect myself because of the virus and everything going around. Sorry, that's my new mask. I had to show
that's like some, like, because Bali is hectic at the moment, right? Like you guys have got to keep your...
We're supposed to wear masks here, so we got the plastic ones. But, you know, so because of that, they've sort of had to put their business on hold. And you kept saying, well, you need to go online. You have to go online. You can't just keep off hold and on hold. So get yourself a product, and the product can be a download and an offer. It could be, what is your business about? So you write an ebook, or you get us to write the ebook for you. It's quite easy to do. And it could be the 10 tips on what your business is about. And then you set up your Facebook ad and a lead generation page to go straight to that. And boom, in come all your leads. It's just like turning on a tap, you know?
Yeah, and you need that tap, right? Like, it's like I want to go and clean myself so I smell nicer, right? Like, you got to go and, yeah, I can smell it. Like, it's, whew, geez, Serena, oh man, I'll tell you what. It's like, this is like real talk, right? Like, you got to turn the tap on, right? To put some water over yourself, clean yourself up a little, right? And then you got to come up for air. The air is the sales, right? I got to start closing now. I got to start focusing on my sales strategy and everything, right? And it's like that pure example, right? You just said with you know, the corona stuff they're going on in bloody Melbourne at the moment, right? People just shutting off things and going, yeah, we're shut down for corona, right? You got to pivot and go, okay, what can I do now? How can I continue to operate? I use things like this wonderful device called Zoom, and I have Zoom presentations. Zoom sales calls instead of in-house ones, right? I create online digital products in some way, shape or form around my business, right? Pivot. We won't even talk about frigging pivoting today, right? And the shutdown and all this type of stuff, right? However, it's still relevant, right, Serena?
Yes.
It's relevant, right?
So, but, you know, same thing, like, you know, if you've got leads coming in, you've got to deal with sales. How awesome is that? Then you just have to go that next step to work out how to do it. Yeah. So that's just that one thing, just get your product, you know, and I don't mean a physical product. I'm talking about an online product, which is creating the ebook, and then get your lead gen page, which is quite easy, or we do it for you. Or that you can learn how to do it through videos. But your product, your lead page, put your Facebook live, and the leads start coming in. That's all. That's like 4 things. That's all you need to do to get started right here, right now, and make things happen. Forget about everything else. Then you can do whatever you want after that if you want to learn how to do the thing, but get your leads coming in now. So you're building your business, you're building your team.
Right now. Move it. Dun, 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 dun. Right here.
Right now.
Move it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you're all getting that song in your mind. You guys are going to be thinking about that all day now. I'm glad we're embedding this into people's minds unconsciously, right? And into their subconscious mind. Woo. So you got to, like, this is what the process all of you have got to go through, right? Like, and we go through all of it with our scale partners, right? Which is our done for you clients, right? So it's like, it's when people go like, you know, thinking of going offline, right? And just shutting down due to this Corona thing. It's like, well, shit, let's look for other ways to make this happen. Let's pivot. Like the amount of knowledge both of us have, right? We haven't even got all of our knowledge on paper yet still. There's still so much here, right? It just comes to us as people have challenges, right? That's why we're so good at like solving things for people, and we get it done quick, like solving problems, right? Because they always come up in business. We've gone through all of this, and there's just so much here. We know heaps of things. We just haven't got all of it on paper yet, and we just solve it as it comes. And this is why it's important to have team around you, which is the whole thing we're talking about today. We just started relating things to marketing because I know that you guys follow us for marketing. That's the only reason why we're doing it. Otherwise, we would talk about other things, but we want to make sure it's to be relevant to you guys as well. We talk about things that are relevant and just give you guys the real talk.
Yeah, because every time Jarrod goes live, he always says to me, so what will we talk about today? Like sometimes it's 5 minutes before. And, you know, so, and I might have my mind on something else. And today I said, look, I don't know. I'm busy right now. Don't ask me that, you know, when I'm in the middle of doing the emails or something. And then, so then when I had a chance to think, I then come back and said, well, I pretty much said, you know, the thing with people is they're running around. I didn't use the words like chook without a head on, but they are running around trying to find out all the things that they need to do, and they keep doing that though. That's what I see. It's like you're stuck on a roller coaster or something where you get off and you do something and you get back on, and then at some stage you get back to the same place again, but you haven't really moved a lot forward. And I see that with a lot of businesses that they don't move. But when they're following the system of whichever way they choose, do it yourself, done with you or done for you, when they got that system of, you know, getting their product and their lead page and their Facebook ad and the lead starts coming in, it's like, bingo, hello, it's happening.
Hello.
So what took so long to get here if you are there already? But if you're not, we're just telling you that's how you can get there a lot quicker. You know,
and this is simple. Yeah, it is. It's so simple. And this is the other thing, right? Like, I'm glad you used the roller coaster because I just got this big vision of what some people do, right? You know how you get on a roller coaster and it's usually right at the bottom, right? You're right at the bottom. Some people get on the roller coaster and they go all the way up, right? And they're at the top, and then they just jump off the roller coaster.
Wow, that's dangerous.
That's what some people do, right? They start something and they don't finish it. They don't continue to tweak it. They don't continue to test it. They don't continue to do it. They just switch it off and they say, oh, it didn't work. Some people spend like $10 and they go, oh, it didn't work. Jump off. It's like getting to the top of the roller coaster and just jumping off. Straight onto the ground, splat.
I'd probably just vomit.
Well, some people vomit, right? Or whatever you want to call it. That's what some people do, right? And they go, oh, it didn't work. And it's like, well, you really haven't given it any effort. You haven't given it time. How many different tests did you do? I did, one ad. Fuck, when we set things up for people, we do 10, 15, 20 different tests. Like immediately, straight away. Takes us a bit of time to be able to do it because we've got to write creative. We've got to write all the copy, different forms of different copy, different types of interest-based targeting techniques, different types of creative, test video against photo, right? Put different types of headlines in place, different types of descriptions in place, different types of, wording throughout the copy, right? Switch slight things up, We're testing different things. This is what you guys have got to do, right? It's not as simple as just, hey, I spent $10, it didn't work. Spent $50, it didn't work. This is what you must do to run successful ad campaigns. And this is why it's important to have a team around you of people that have your best interests at heart and can set it right.
And because you're touching on that, because this is something that comes to me all the time about the Facebook ads, is that like people go and do a course and think they learn how to do a Facebook ad. Courses do not teach them how to do it properly. I don't know how long I spent trying to work out Facebook ads. Yes, I could set a Facebook ad, but hang on a sec, it's not getting the results I want as much, because you can't have everybody doing ads, pardon me, doing ads 100% perfection like the experts, because then it wouldn't be enough people sort of to go around. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that properly, but there is such fine detail you need to go into with your niche, let alone then going into Facebook and really going deep into getting to the people. Like I remember when I was doing e-com, we got taught how to set the Facebook ads up, but they were the same Facebook ads that 2,000 other people were running. We were going for the same audience even. How can you get people when 2,000, 10,000 other people are doing the same? So the techniques behind the Facebook ads, is you really need to know how to get deep into those niche. Am I explaining that properly?
Yeah, and that's one of the worst thing about some courses, right? It's like you get given a template and you get told to implement a template, right? Templated copy. Here's your targeting, here's that. It's going to work for a little while, and then it's going to shut off and it's going to do nothing. Because everybody's using the same targeting. Everyone's doing the same ads. What does the client see? The same ads, the same landing pages, the same offers, everything.
Maybe a different price.
Well, not even that sometimes. It's like take the the finance broking industry, for example, right? There's a lot of people that target that industry, and there's a lot of people that don't understand that industry. They've never been finance brokers themselves, right? They've just learned a few things about marketing and they just go ahead and do it, right? And then they just give them these templates and all this type of stuff, and it works for a period of time, then it shuts off, it doesn't work anymore. There's no uniqueness about it. There's no... it's all the same targeting. It's all the same people you're going for. They're all seeing the same ad. Like ads do get fatigued. When people see them so often, they get fatigued, costs go up. That's the reality. Why you need an expert. That's why you need team around you to help you do it. So you have the highest chance of success. I mean, why do people invest in marketing, Serena? Like, why do people do it?
Well, the ones that do it, they want to get their business growth quicker, faster, and a lot more, because it's not their forte, it's not their expertise. And if your business is growing, your focus needs to be on your clients, not trying to work out how to do this, that, how to set up this landing page, how to build the page yourself and all that. Because while you're doing that, you're not giving value to your clients.
Yeah. And this
Except us, of course, we have to do that because that is value to our clients.
Exactly right. It is, and these are things like people do marketing because they want one thing: sales. Yeah, right. I mean, nobody's after brand awareness. Sorry, like I mean, some people are saying I just want brand awareness. You don't want brand awareness. You're not Coca-Cola, right? With $10 million budgets or $100 million budgets on marketing. You're not Coca-Cola. You don't need brand presence.
Brand comes with your how busy you get and how much your people are talking about you out there. That's just natural brand awareness. So it's easy that way.
Yeah, if you're going to invest in marketing, you're after sales. You want to increase the amount of sales you're doing every month, right? Or you want to feed your sales guys with more leads so that you can have more sales conversations, right? That's what we're after. Not after all this other BS of brand awareness and shit that people are talking about. More likes on my page, more likes on my post. Oh my God.
People buy likes, and then they get penalized by Facebook.
Yeah.
But, the biggest thing that, without, I guess, what do you say, pushing your own boat or touting your own whatever, we were discussing this conversation based around the fact that regardless of who does it, is that most people don't see the value in spending on marketing. They just think they can do it themselves and they don't get anywhere much with it. A lot of people, some may, very few, most, startup businesses and things like that. And they don't see the value in marketing because they have a fear around spending money to make money. And there's always a saying that goes, you have to spend money to make money. Spend $1, make $3. Why wouldn't you do it? Spend $10, make $300. You see the growth when that happens. People don't look at that. They just look at what's going out of their pocket at the time as, oh my gosh, that's too much, or I can't spend that, or I can't let any money go out until, I get a bit bigger. And that was a big thing behind this, was to show, you have to take a risk. You have to take a jump. You have to put that into your business. It's the same as the investor man, when you pay yourself first. Take 10% and put it away, and put something in a fireman's bank account and stuff like that. It's the same thing. You have to do it or you're not getting anywhere much.
100%. So like it's all of these things. Like you need a team around you. You need you must have people around you that know what they're doing. You must have people there. The saying goes, many hands make of light work, right? So it's like, coming back to what we were speaking about before, so it's like you need someone to go over your whole strategy, your offer, and everything like that. Then, for what a lot of people do, a lot of people just continue to market to cold traffic and everything like that, right? You need someone to come up with, and that's why you need somebody on your team to go, well, we're not always going to market to cold traffic. We want to also have retargeting in place, right? This amazing thing, retargeting, is where a lot of people are losing business at the moment. There's no way of going to the people that already had contacts with your brand. The ones that have had contacts with your brand are more valuable. They've already had touch points with you. Therefore, they're more likely to buy, right? So it's about having that side of it as well in your business, retargeting. The next thing, you got to have people like design in your team as well. People that design graphics, people that design your videos, people that design your whole front end of your marketing strategy so it aligns with your brand. All pieces of the puzzle that you must have in place. And this is where your team comes in. This is where your team does this for you, so that you as the business owner can do the one thing that many business owners and entrepreneurs don't do. I would say 90 to 95% of business owners don't do, is focus on what they're great at. Focus. Because focus expands. Focus will get you towards the goal. And first of all,
what if they don't know what they're good at? Is that possible?
No, it's not possible. People know what they're good at. People know what they enjoy doing. If you're a tech person, do the tech. Get someone else to do the front end sales, right? If you're a salesperson and you enjoy speaking to people, get out there and speak to people more, right? And the more you get out and you speak to people, what's going to happen? The more results your business will get. Focus on what you're good at. Get other people in your team to help you with other stuff. So there's the design, and then there's like the automation element, right? So it's like automation, having people to run your automations for you, having people to, take care of your email marketing, your text message marketing. You must be doing all this, right? If you've ever subscribed to a lot of the big franchises, right? What do? Text message marketing. They do email marketing. Like one pure example of it is Domino's Pizza, for example. They'll send out little specials via text message. Get 3 large pizzas for $20 this Friday only. Text message marketing, right? What happens? They send that to probably like a million people in their database, and they fill their franchises with, money, sales coming through, all this type of stuff. That's what they're doing as a brand. They send an email to their several million people in their email database. What happens? They extract sales, right? You got to have people in your team to do all of this, do it for you. And you got to focus on getting the advice from one person, not getting it from 10. That's providing you want to get the results and you're actually serious about this business. Because if you're not serious about it, then that's okay, right? I would probably just quit, because, if you want to fit into the 90, like the very large percentage of business owners that, sit there in procrastination, sit there in doubt, wondering what to do next, are confused, worried, scared, in fear, all this type of stuff, right? If you want to fall into that mold and stay there, that's a choice. Everything's a choice.
Well, the thing is, based on our chat with Kerry the other day, I don't think they'd stay there. I think they may fall off the perch, because, unless you get yourself in a position to be able to break through maybe what might be coming, in the future. I don't know, whoever saw the chat, would remember that a lot of businesses are not going to survive, and that's a scary thing. So they have to know what, if they're not in a position where they can survive, what can they do to make sure they are in that position to survive, and which is a lot of what we've been talking about today.
Exactly. That interview yesterday with Kerry was like a pure understanding of it all that we're speaking about, right? So it's like Kerry said, so many people get caught in fear, right? So many people are in doubt, procrastination, all this type of stuff. They don't have a clear path to go by or anything, right? They're just doing things by themselves. They're the lone wolves, all this type of stuff. No team around them.
Yeah, look, I'm looking to sell my gold necklace too. What'd she say it was, like $8,000 worth?
No, she didn't.
Gold.
She said it's not all gold.
Shh. I was trying to get rid of it before people, all heard that.
Yeah.
So, look, while we just sort of slowed down out of the passion a little bit just then, I want to give a shout out to Cherry. She's on at the moment, Cherry Sigmon. I've watched Cherry, recently. She's one of our Scale-Up partners. She works her ass off, that chick. She's doing everything she needs to do to make business happen for her. The videos, the interviews, everything that she's sort of doing to make sure that, she creates a business that she can stand in for herself through whatever comes. So, Cherry, I think that's you putting the thumbs up there. We love you, and, we just want to do so much for you, as you grow, because of the energy and the effort you put into it. So
100%. We like action takers, and Cherry Sigmon is definitely one of those action takers. And by the way, I tell you this, right? The biggest things with small business owners, right? The biggest challenges or the biggest thought patterns. This is what small business owners are like, right? They go, I am too small to be hacked, right? Like, nobody's going to think to hack my, bank accounts. No one's going to think to hack into my business's systems and, extract out data, sell it on the black market, whatever else it is. No one's going to think of me because I'm just small, right? However, the statistics are 62% of small business owners are the easiest, are targeted by hackers, right? And they are the best for hackers as well, because they can just jump into a bank account very easily, boom, hack in, extract out a couple of $1,000s out of businesses' bank accounts and all that type of stuff, and they're on their merry way, right? They do it all digitally, they're done, right? Easiest targets for business owners, right? Small business owners, they're the easiest targets, right? 62% of business owners are completely blind to it, and they are like, well, I'm never ever going to be hacked, and they are the most hit, right? 62% of people are oblivious to it and just think that it's never going to happen to them.
Well, sometimes they don't know when it does happen to them either.
Exactly, right? Like they say that at least 2 to 3 times a year, consumers are hacked in some way, shape, or form, right, on the internet, without even knowing. There's websites you can go to that you can check all of this out on, right? And I'm sure someone like Cherry could look at something to do with you, and she could find exactly what that was, right? Some sort of data's been taken from you, some sort of data's been hacked into, or anything like that, and you just would be completely oblivious of it. So I would suggest for a lot of small business owners that are here today, we are, no way affiliated in terms of getting any remuneration or anything like that. But I would suggest at least, go to some cybersecurity expert to get all of this looked at and overhauled. And personally, I would recommend Cherry for that. And I know you'd second me on this as well, Serena.
Yes. She's very pedantic about what she does.
Oh, super pedantic about everything. That's what you want, right? In someone that's going to be dealing with something like this, because you want to make sure that there's nothing missed.
Who did she used to do it for? What was the
U.S. government?
The U.S. government, yeah.
Like she had
Can you hack into them for us, Cherry? Now?
Yeah, I think she was going to hack into them for us and transfer some more funds.
Friends agree.
We're just getting silly now. So guys, yeah. So guys, in saying this in summary today, get a friggin' team. Stop doing things by yourself. Stop being the lone wolf. We have a spot open for you guys at the moment to come on and partner with us, right? So I would invite you to send a message to the page and just type partner, just so we know that you've come from here, and we'll send you all the details around what it will look like to actually partner with us and have us do all of this stuff for you. Take care of the strategy, take care of the retargeting, take care of your front end management of your business, and your marketing and your emails, right? Taking care of the automation side to that, taking care of all of the design and creative, right? And making sure that your business is replenished with leads every single day, every single month, so you can have more conversations with people, so you can grow your business, right? And you can take things to a whole new level in 2020. So that opportunity is there for people that are serious business owners looking to move forward, right? Not wanting to listen to what's going on in the news, right? Not wanting to listen on what's going on in the world, but just want to move forward and make things happen for themselves and control the things that they can control. All right. So that's the invitation. I want you guys to shoot us a message to the page, type the word partner in, so that we can reach out to you with all the details and what that's going to look like and things like that from there. And, just because you send a message doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to work with us or anything like that, because we don't work with everybody in a partnership, right? Like, number one, we want to make sure we like you, right? For starters, we don't want to partner with someone that we don't vibe with, right? And if it doesn't work, like if we don't vibe with someone, it's like, I'm sorry, like we can recommend you to somebody else that can help, right? So that's really important, but it's not only our way, it's actually your way as well, okay? You want to make sure that we fit into what you guys are after, okay? And then secondly, it's like your business has got to be in a certain spot where it can handle more leads as well. So we've got to understand where your business is at make sure it can handle an abundance of leads coming in and clients, right? Because this is what happens when campaigns are turned on, leads flow in, and if the element of not being able to handle it isn't there, well, there's no point us even turning it on, right? And last of all, you're the type of person that can take new strategies. You're open to new ideas. You're open to getting a real strategy in place, whatever that looks like, in order to start getting the results. Because at the end of the day, right, our systems are systematically doing 37 to 59 leads every 28 days or even less. We had a campaign just turned on the 3rd of July. By the 8th, it had generated 122 leads, right? In like 5 days, right? 122 leads, right? We've had campaigns in the space of a week, 104 leads. We've had campaigns do heaps more than that. We've had, on average though, a lot of people are doing right between the middle of 37 to 59. And that's with very small budgets. So if you are the type of person that takes action, that is wanting to really get the right process in place to be able to strategically grow, I invite you, send a message across to the page. Once again, as I said, there's no obligation. It's just, we want to have a small conversation with you to once of all make sure that we're a right fit for you, right? And we vibe with you, and then vice versa to start with. And we really just need to understand, can you take on more clients? Can you do all this, right? Is it going to be viable for your business as to where it's at right now? Which, you know, we're not the type of person that wants to just, you know, sell a product that we can't fulfill. I mean, that's just not the way to do business. So if you're really serious and you're wanting to take things to a whole new level, let's do this. Shoot a message to the page straight away, type in the word partner, and we'll reach out to you guys with all the details. And
awesome. And Cherry wants to get to bed. My stomach is rumbling. Let's wrap this up.
I'm hungry. So let's get going. Remember this one thing, guys. If you do not fight for your own freedom, nobody else will. So every single day you must get out there. Every single day you must take action. Every single day you must make it happen. And remember, we're here to support you. Get your team. Who is your team? Who is your team?
Who is your team?
That is your question for today. I know we can be your team. The question is are you ready to take action for it? If you're ready to take action, let's do this. Send the word partner to this page right now. We'll speak to you really soon. See you tomorrow on the show. Until then.
You might even let me on again. Who knows?
Maybe we might let the cat out of the pen again. We will see. See you later, guys. Take it easy.
Bye. Sleep well, Cherry.
Bye.